It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the Jesup City Council met Tuesday evening for their regularly scheduled meeting. Once again, they had an executive session on the agenda. They met behind closed doors for approximately 40 minutes and came back once again and announced that no action was taken. Under new business, commissioners approved an alcohol license for El Dorado's Mexican and Japanese cuisine, which will be located at 146 South Macon Street in Jesup. Formerly Habanero's, moving to a new location and changing the name in the city limits of Jesup. Debbie Green on hand asking commissioners to address the cost of living raise for their city employees, retirees, which they have not received in over 20 years. Last raise, a one-time $30 payment back on July 1st of 2003. Mayor and commissioners told Ms. Green that they were simply unaware of the situation regarding their retirees, thanked her for coming and bringing the issue to their attention. Under items of Commissioner Stanley Todd thanked Debbie Green for her presentation, says commissioners will simply look into it and address it at their next budget work session, which is set for January. Commissioner Tim Caulfield suggested that when the city gives their regular employees a raise, that the same should be done for their retirees. City Manager Rose Markets reported that there are currently 90 retirees in the city of Jesup, and the city pays out $88,875 a month in retirement benefits. Commissioner Joe Roddy stated that if the city were to give a 2.5% raise, it would be roughly $45,000. Once again, the commission and mayor as a whole state that they want to address the issue regarding their retirees, and they state they'll take it under advisement during their next budget session. City Engineer Bill Schuman presented the commissioners with their 2024 LMIG report, which the city will receive $192,486 with a 10% match from the city of Jesup. Total funds will be $211,734. List of projects was presented last night to the city commissioners. Under the financial statement, city manager reported that several expenses took place this past month. $184,000 for a boom truck for the wastewater treatment plant, $148,000 for police vehicles, and the first payment on the pool project was made to the contractor. That first payment, $181,692, but it was stated last night in a question from the mayor to the city manager that the project on the pool still has not begun. City manager says there's a slight hiccup with the health department. She says it has nothing to do with the contractor. Under items of Commissioner Stanley Todd asking if the DOT is responsible for putting back the beauty of the streetscape project, which the city just spent money on. We need to see the first and Cherry Street construction work by DOT, which is installing new storm drains at all four corners. Todd says it's sad to see that all that work the city did on the streetscape project simply being torn up on the First and Cherry Street. He asked the city manager to make certain the DOT puts the project back as it was before they tore it up. Todd says he's certain the DOT will do just that. He just wants to make sure that there's no expense to the city of Jesup. Commissioners state they're pleased with the pickleball courts. They state the city's getting a lot of bang for their bucks as the courts are being used regularly, and Commissioner Tim Caulfield said he continues to get great compliments about the pickleball courts at Crack Williams Park. And as we look at your Tuesday city commissioners meeting, the city did hold that public meeting yesterday morning to discuss the upcoming East Side Sewer Improvement Project, which will upgrade the existing 301 South and North pump stations at a cost of $9 million. City states they received a grant from the American Rescue Plan Act to the tune of $10 million. City's cost of the project is at the moment is approximately $1.6 million. On hand at the meeting was City Engineer Bill Schuman, along with members of the Thompson Hutton Company, who are the project engineers for the project. Only the media on hand for the public meeting. Thomas and Hutton made their presentation explaining the project, which will begin in the next several months. Again, they stated it's a $10 million grant towards the project. City's portion, roughly $1.6 million. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In other news, the Wayne County Commissioners have a couple call meetings set for this week. The first is set for tomorrow at 1 p.m. for the sole purpose of approving the countywide millage rate. The vote will take place Thursday at a call meeting. Once again, the time tomorrow, 1 p.m. The vote will allow Wayne County Tax Commissioner Denise Griffiths to submit the county tax digest to the state for final approval. Then tax bills can be sent out. County's already voted 4-1 to set the millage rate at 13.423 mills. Commissioner Jamie Hickox voted no, stating she felt the county could have rolled the millage back more. Once again, that call meeting set for tomorrow at 1 p.m. in the County Commissioners meeting room. Then the County Commissioners also have a meeting called for Friday morning at 8 a.m. in the Commissioners meeting room to discuss the following items: the SPLOST committee update, election building, paper ballots, and land at the old Holiday Inn. All that taking place Friday morning at 8 a.m. Once again, the city of Jesup has an election set for Tuesday, November 7th. The polls will be open today from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at your polling place. Deadline to register to vote for the Jesup municipal election is 5 p.m. on Tuesday, October 10th. Advanced in-person voting will be held at the Harwich Recreation Center, 644 North 4th Street. beginning Monday, October 16th through Friday, November 3rd from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mandatory Saturday voting will be held on Saturday, October 21st and Saturday, October 28th at the Hall Richardson Recreation Center from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you have changed your name or your address since you last voted, they ask you please update your file by coming to the registrar's office, filling out a change of address form. You can also go online with your Georgia driver's license at www.mvp.sos.ga.gov to register to vote, update your name or address, view your precinct, your polling place, and view a sample ballot of the candidates that are running for office in your voting district. The last day to request an absentee ballot for the November 7th election is Friday, October 27th. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news. Jesup Police Chief Chris Hamilton said last night the police are still investigating the shots fired Monday afternoon around 4:45 on Walker Street in Jesup. Chief Hamilton says two men were shooting at one another. Fortunately, no one was hit or injured, but several vehicles suffered damage from the shots. Hamilton says the two men are in custody. Once all charges have been made, he says they'll have a press release soon. Once again, this took place Monday afternoon around 4:45 on Walker Street in Jesup. This is homecoming week for Wayne County High School. A reminder that the homecoming parade set for downtown Jesup tomorrow gets underway at 5 p.m. High school band, the football team, the cheerleaders, ROTC all in the parade along with the homecoming contestants and their escorts. These are the ladies and their escorts that will be in the parade and on the field Friday night at JC Stadium in alphabetical order. Again, Maddie Joy Blizzard, escorted by Grayson Spell, Veda Bowen, escorted by Rhett Ammons, Macy Carey, escorted by Garrison Grantham, Ansley Davis, escorted by Andy Peel, Tori Davis, escorted by Chase Davis, Reese Dean, escorted by Carson Shaver, Ava Edenfield, escorted by Elliott Wilson, Natalie Hendricks, escorted by Palmer Lamb, Morgan Humphrey, escorted by Corey Best, Charlie May, escorted by Court May, Ayla Robertson, escorted by Richard Pittman, Riley Rush, escorted by Nick Beasley, Gracie Townsend, escorted by Tyler Walling, P.D. Tower, escorted by Josh Campbell, Josh in the Westbury, escorted by Nate Anderson, and Zariah Wingard, escorted by Eldrin McGill. Once again, one of those young ladies to be crowned homecoming queen Friday night at JC Stadium. Finally, in the news, the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce gearing up for their annual State of Wayne County Forum on Monday morning, September 27th at Coastal Pines Technical College. It's a Wednesday morning breakfast will be served. Speakers will include County Administrator Paul Drawdy, Mayors Ralph Hickox, Greg Rocher, and Jason Weaver. Tickets on sale now at the Chamber. Chamber asks that you call in advance to register and purchase tickets. $30 for members, $40 for non-members. Everyone invited. Again, tickets in to register. Call the Chamber at 912-427-2028. And that'll do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.